Hey everybody, this is Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is it's Wednesday. Wow, it feels like Thursday because normally we are always together on Thursday nights, but we had a little switcheroo in the calendar this month, and I'm live on Wednesday night with you guys for the Sweet Bundle class, which is featuring Kintsugi inspiration. So, are you guys liking and loving this suite a little bit more now than maybe a couple months ago? I think that's the general consensus that we've been having here. Is it took a little bit for this one to warm up to people. It was maybe outside of everybody's elements, and now all of a sudden you're starting to see lots of pretty cards made with it. So we really knocked this one, I think, out of the ballpark. Jay Shante helped me design these cards last month. She saved me because I actually bought the bundle for myself, and I hadn't used it and was looking for the raffle prizes for the Stampin' Fun in the Sun, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it got put into the mix for the raffle, and I think that's what happened. That's what I'm like really thinking. But lo and behold, I went to design on the Wednesday before I wanted to have them done by, and I went to look for my bundle and it wasn't there, and I think that's what I put together. Called around and nobody locally had it. So that's how many people got it locally at that moment, none. And so I called Jay and she had them. So I was able to go up by her that next day somehow. We made it work that, in between stuff, between her schedule and between my schedule and her schedule, we got them all laid out, and it was awesome. I did as much prep work as I could before I got together with her, and then we used her dies and her stamp set, and then she even sent them home with me so that I could have my helpers do the die cutting. And I even still have I've since given her stamps and dies back, and you guys are gonna laugh because I gave her stamps back, but they weren't complete because 3 of them got stuck here, and so I still have a few of her stamps. So, but yay, saved the day, and it was awesome. So it was really great when you can put 2 heads together for designing. It really helps to make even more over-the-top cards than what we would have come up by ourselves. So I'm so excited to make these with you momentarily. Hello, everybody. I see Sherry's here. Sherry, I got your August list email back out to you just maybe 10 minutes ago. Yay. You guys, we had a heck of a day today. I thought it would take us just a few short hours to kit up the Stamp-a-Stack that is coming up in a couple weeks, and it took all of what we had in us to get it kitted. It wasn't crazy, but it was crazy, and I don't think we finished it till 4, and I thought in my head we'd finish it by noon or 1, and so the afternoon got away from me. I really thought I would be working on emails all afternoon, and instead I just started working on them at probably 5:06, and I maybe got back to 5 or 6 of you so far. So yay, that's better than none. And I know what I'm going to be working on all night tonight, emails. Hi Mimi Howenstein. Hello Jamie. I would love to find out some of Christine's fans close to me. Yes, okay. So she put where she's at, St. Simon's Island in Georgia. If anybody is close to Mimi, if you want to put that in the comments, I think that Mimi would love to meet up with people to get a network of people in her area. So that's what we're all about, is connecting people. Hi, Elaine Rebeck. She said it's a gorgeous set. It definitely is. And it's so exciting because it came back into stock early last week, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the 15th or the 14th or last week sometime. Hi, Debbie Gast. Hello, Mary Lemke. Hi, there's Faye Gabi. Hi, Nancy Mole, live from the north hot shore of Lake Erie. Yay! Hi, Becky Rohr. Hi, Pat Shebischoff. 101 today. You guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think I've stepped outside. I'm trying to think if I did. Tyler would be very disappointed in me because I haven't gotten any fresh air yet today. Oh, I'll have to make sure I get myself outside to water those flowers soon. Hi, Susan Bellamy from Lakeland, Florida. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hello, Sherry Stewart. Hello, Trisha. Hello, Mary Carls from Jericho, Wisconsin. Hi, Sherry Ott. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Margie. There's Gwen. Hi, Connie Moore. And there you girls are chatting. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Sarah, I got your email back out to you too. Yay. Hello, Joanne Kahn. And there's Patty Wright. Hi, Kathleen Ketterman. Hi, Jean. Hi, Julie. Hi, Donna. Hi, Sharon. Whoop, whoop. Broken pottery. You are correct. The meaning of Kintsugi is broken pottery, and that's why we're working with broken pottery. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Hi, Gwen. Oh, I already said hi, Gwen. And there's Mrs. Patty Little. Hello, Barbara Gabi. So Karen Rogers hasn't said hello yet, but I'm saying hi to Karen Rogers. I just talked with her on the phone the other day, and she said I've never said hi to her, but I don't always see her because she watches the replay. So I'm just going to say hi, Karen Rogers, because I know sometime you'll be watching this live, and so now I can say that I've said hello to you. Hi, Myra from Iowa. Oh man, you guys. So yeah, it was quite the day, an overwhelming kind of a day. I'm starting to feel that a little bit, because we are coming into the thick of August, and I feel like I'm still working a little bit in July yet to get July buttoned up. So yeah, I got my double computer. I have my computer, not double computer, but I got my computer with my monitor set up. Like right over there, you see a bunch of black right there. I got that. I'm multitasking as best as I can. Bigger Tigger was sitting right next to me on the chair. I left him over there. He's starting to snooze. I was starting to bore him. All the clicking of the keyboard is not his speed. So, oh yeah, but we got the Stampin' Set kitted up, you guys. I should show you what, I'll show you what it looks like. So while I do that, I'm gonna drop the camera down and drop it like it's hot. Show you what we're gonna be making tonight. Oh man, the camera went out. Hang on. Holy Moses. Let's fix that. One moment, please. So, I know how to fix this. So the camera was stalled, and that happens when, ooh, let's make sure I can get you back. I know I'm with you. Hopefully I can get this one up here. Ah, there it is. Yay. Okay, let's get this up here so that we are plugged in, all in good. Okay, so now I can drop that down. Okay, perfect. It was frozen because of the way I put the camera in the stand. Okay, this is what we're gonna be making momentarily, but let me show you the packet for Stampin' Stack. Hi, big boy. So cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was I don't want to say a nightmare, because nothing's really a nightmare when it comes to stamping, but it was a bear. Let's say a bear to die cut for this. We ended up making 80 sets of these, and there's 2 cards in each set. Okay, so you guys studied that for a moment. Christine, it rained today. I don't think you need to water the pond tonight. Oh, we had an engine. Okay, so that is a good reminder. It did rain, and the sun is shining now. But I have all of my plants under the overhang don't get rain. And so I still try to water those on the days that it rains, only because they don't get rain, because I have a 5-foot overhang underneath where the garage is, and all my Thunbergia are there. And I need to water them every day, otherwise they don't keep growing really tall and long. So yeah. All right, so this was our bear today too. The kitting was a bear, the die cutting was a bear, the designing was fun, but I can tell we made so this Stampin' Stack is coming up next week with Diane in person on the 6th, and then I've got it online with you guys on the 15th. And they were fun folds featuring the floral charm. So you want to get signed up for this one. It is going to be an amazing class. All fun folds, 2 of each card. Lots of prettiness going on, just like the class we have for you tonight. And this one is a double pocket card. So cool, right? So they both come out in very like wedding cards, anniversary cards, all the good stuff here. This one needs to go right there. And then this one, we almost forgot to put the Velcro dots in at the last minute. We remembered, thank goodness. Diane and Chris remembered them. And then this one is the last one that we didn't quite have complete. And I've been talking about these seed packets for a week or 2 now, and I finally got them in yesterday. And so everybody's gonna get 2 seed packets. And there, see, we almost forgot them. 2 little Velcro dots, but this card's super cool because it's one of these pull-out cards. So it comes like this, and it's got this little bottom part that holds the seed packet. So when people go to open this up, they're like, oh, I got pretty flowers. Flowers? All right, so you have 2 different flowers packets for each. You'll make 2 cards, right? So we finally got the seed packets in. And so it's super cool as you guys are seeing those little, we forgot to actually put them in the right card. It goes in the bottom card, but they're in there. So that's what this is like. So if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, you have the option of buying the packet. And if you're not on my team, you get to buy the whole kit and caboodle for me, which includes the paper, the ribbon, the embellishments, and then it comes with this, and then the tutorial for the 6 cards. So yay. Oh man, you guys, that is the labor of love we did today. And I'll tell you, I think everybody was happy when that was done and kitted. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so yes, so you guys, it's time to get signed up for that one. And I know when it's gone, it's gone. I don't think we're going to kit up more of that one. So I know that we got in about 40 to 45 emails. Yes, what is today? Wednesday. Since Monday morning, we get about 45 class enrollments for all the different things for the month of August. And I'm working my way through them. And I don't know if I'll get through them tonight or tomorrow night or Friday or what it might be. But we'll get to them. And as soon as you guys just wait patiently and we'll get emails out. So lots of fun. I'm going to have to catch the replay. All right, Penny Powell, my sunshine friend. Dinner with Mom. Say hi to Mom. All right. You love the I know. I love Thumbergias too. Seem to have lost you. Oh man, Elaine, I hope that you find me again and that you get me back. I have some cuteness to share with you too, you guys. My mom and dad live on a farm, if you don't know that. And I grew up on a dairy farm in Johnsburg, Wisconsin, and my mom, we call her the cat lady. My dad said they were adding up how many cats they have on the farm right now, and there are about 30. And I think that in the last 2 weeks, a lot of the mom cats gave birth, and Bootsy had babies, and Bootsy is Tigger's mom and also Hunky and Honey's mom. And I went out yesterday. I took some time and spent it with my mom yesterday. We went up to Appleton. I'm still in the process of finishing off my craft room upstairs, and I got 2 small pieces of countertop ordered about a month and a half ago to finish off an area upstairs. And so I went to Mom's house, picked her up, and I got to play with some kittens for a little bit while I got distracted very easily because there's kittens before we ran up there. Before we drove up there. So I thought I'd share with you guys some cute, adorable kittens. There's no sound here, really. I don't think that there is. Yeah. No, just birds chirping. But they're so adorable. Oh my gosh, you guys. They're like the littlest little kittens. That's like a baby Tigger. So if you guys know what my bigger Tigger looks like, this is the one I want to take home, but I can't because we have enough. But look at those cute kittens. They're playing. They reminded me of wrestling, like WWE wrestling or WWF wrestling, whatever. Look at how cute they are. They're just playing. And that one dropped down and moved to my leg. I didn't squish it, don't worry. And then I came back this way. Yay, they're so cute. So anyways, I thought I'd share some of that cuteness with you guys. There you heard the rooster crowing. All right. So they're adorable. And I'm going to have to do everything I can to resist wanting another one because we have enough with the 3 that we have here. Between Tyler and me, we have 3. So Cheryl said hers are 11 weeks now. I think those are they were born about 4 weeks ago. So they're about 4 weeks. Yeah. Hi, Deanne Dawn. Oh, Gary and I were thinking about that today. Yeah. You were talking about the cats. Yeah. Yep. Mom's got lots of cats. Hi, Polly Livy. So they're super cute. And another mom had 2 kittens and another mom had 2 kittens. But I think they've got 12 babies total and then I think they might even have 30 adult cats. But they live on a farm. And so it's great because there are no mice on the farm because the cats make sure of that. But yeah, so that was fun yesterday to go play with kittens for a little bit. It got me out of the house, I will say that. All right, so what's up? Today is Wednesday. We're doing Kintsugi. And tomorrow night we're going to be live again, or I'm going to be live again with you on Thursday night, which is the normal night. We're going to be doing the ink, paper, scissors featuring floral impressions. You guys, I don't have any of this amazing class left. This was a fun fold. That one was a fun fold. This was an easy card, fun fold, and then a nice technique on that one. So this is what we're doing tomorrow night. And we kitted up 120, and all 120 are gone. So we're happy for that news, which is super cool. Hi, Gwen Simmons. And then tonight we're going to be doing Kintsugi. We'll get to that momentarily. I want to share with you what Kintsugi looks like from our DSP sampler here. I got a little caught there. Okay, here's Kintsugi Expressions. Oh, is it Kintsugi Inspirations or Kintsugi Expressions? Gosh, I think I was calling this class Kintsugi Inspirations, but now I think of it, the stamp set is actually called Inspiring Imperfections. And oh my goodness, you guys, I have to think about this. I think that is actually right. So for those, what did I call this? Oh yeah, Kintsugi Expressions. But you guys, so I think in the email that I sent today, the PDF tutorial got sent around 10 o'clock this morning, 9 o'clock, somewhere around this morning. I think I called it Kintsugi Inspirations in that email. I apologize. I think it's Kintsugi Expressions. It's Kintsugi. So someday if you ever get to talk to my mom, you should ask her how she pronounces it. It's like how I have a hard time saying Aurora Borealis, you know, like the Northern Lights. I have a hard time saying that. She could not say Kintsugi. So anyways, yeah, it's a hard one to say. Quinn Simmons, are you okay? Post Tsunami from, yeah, Gwen Goda. Is Gwen Goda? Yeah, hi Gwen Goda from Hawaii. You need a kitten for your cat. Well, Gwen, I would love for you to come make a special trip here. My mom would send you home with one. But Boots, you guys, we realized the other day I glued my pot upside down. But these are the pretty papers that go with this set. I know when we designed, I think we used all of them except for this pattern. We saved this pattern and we are using it for the August monthly class. But this is the DSP sampler for the annual catalog and recent online exclusives. I believe I have 10 of this left. It comes in a packet like this. If anybody's looking for this, you'll have to let me know. I also have the spring mini catalog available. I think I have 10 of this one and then maybe 15 of the spring one. So reach out if that is something you need to have. I can definitely hook you up with that. And the sets, you guys, again, I don't have the stamps or the dies here. I don't have the folder here. I actually gave them back to Jay, but I have my beekeeper's guide. Let me see here. So if you're in my beekeeper's guide, this one is in the annual catalog as well, but I have it in the beekeeper's guide, page 16. So there's stamps, the dies, the pretty paper that goes with it. There's the join together embossing folder, and then the golden flower accents are part of this suite. And it was out for a lot of June. Nope, it was out for a lot of what are we in? It was out for a lot of June, and it came back sometime like the second week of July. So I believe this is here now. Hi, Patty Little. Pat Kintsugi Inspiration Suite Collection. Yep, that's what we're working with tonight. So that's in here if you guys are looking for that. All right, so I've got my golden ticket here. For those of you who are getting class with me, the name of the class, Kintsugi Expressions, or in your inbox, I called it Kintsugi Inspirations. You should have the PDF tutorial as of this morning, or you can always refer back to today's date in my YouTube channel, and you can see that we're doing class on July 30th. So what I'm gonna do though, before we get rocking and rolling with class, I'm gonna do a roll call. I wanna say thank you to the people that I'm about to list off. You guys are helping me and supporting me in my business. I truly appreciate that. These people either paid for class or they got this class for free by placing an order through me as their demonstrator. And I greatly appreciate your support. Without you guys, I wouldn't do YouTubes, right? So because you're taking class with me, I appreciate it. You keep me going. And then also, if I miss saying your name, we gotta fix it. I do not have any of this kit left. We were sold out of this class, and then we made 8 more. So we did a total of 68 for this class, and I don't have any left. I came out exact. So I'm praying and hoping and hopeful that I didn't miss anybody. So if I did, you need to reach out to me right away so I can make it right. But sometimes people think they sign up for class too, and they didn't really sign up for class. And so if that's the case, I don't have any left though. But if I did miss you and you do have an email that you asked for class, or you have a way of letting me know that you did ask for class previously, I want to make it right. We'll get a kit made for you. So no problem. We can fix everything for the most part, or we can make it right for that matter. What did Nancy say? Did I hear right that demonstrators can see the September catalog virtual? That is correct, Nancy. As of 1 o'clock Central Time today, I could see, or maybe it was even 2 o'clock Central Time. I think it was 1 Mountain. We can see the holiday mini catalog. We can't purchase from it as a pre-order until next week, Tuesday. And also the September online exclusives, we can't see what they are until the morning of the 5th. So we can see the holiday catalog at this moment as a demonstrator, okay? And if anybody's interested in joining Stampin' Up! And wanting to get in on the pre-order as part of your starter kit, if you join starting on August 5th, you could add things to your starter kit that are from the pre-order, which is pretty cool. Okay, so first on my list, Miss Julie Bontranger, and then Jean Shute, Sandy Coy Emery, Trisha Fagley, Janice Ormiston, Pat Shee Bischoff, Rebecca Hawkins, Feline Mays. Well, I will say, I got to connect with you, Rebecca. I'm not sure if you're watching tonight. I had you down for placing an order to get this class for free, but I haven't seen the order come through. So, Rebecca, if you're watching, we need to connect to see if you still want this class, because if you don't, then I could put this class out there as available for somebody else that was interested in it. So just putting that out there, that might be a situation that might help somebody get the kit if Rebecca doesn't want it. Feline Mays, Karen Woods, Pat Fleming, Sherry Stewart, Kathleen Ketterman, Faye Godby, Fancy Nancy Billets. Hi, Donna Grushke. You looked about an hour ago and it wasn't available. I'll show you. You guys remind me after roll call and I'll show you where it is. Joanne Naples, Sherry Everett, Jeannie Parker, Brenda Cottrell, Wendy Kruger, and then Angelique McClendon, Julie Damaris, Karen Stagg, Gwen Simmons, Linda Scott, Linda Hunt, Laura Sullivan, Ann D'Acquisto, Kathy Showalter, Phyllis Oderman, Kelly Gibson, Mary Carls, Mary Lemke, Donna Grushke, Leslie McMinn, Glenda Uehara, Doris Munson, Ruth Nicholson, Sharon Roosh, Susan Bellamy, Elaine Piranio, Nina Barbaric, Sandy Politowitz, Debbie Stone, Vera Anderson, Patty Randolph, Patty Wright, Elaine Rebeck, Carrie White, Nedra Dover, Sue Spigner, Tammy Steckling, Joanne Kahn, Dorel Hoffaker, Jay Shante, Brenda Keppel, Penny Powell, Carmen Sanders, and then last but certainly not least, Becky Gandolfo. All right, so the September is out. Oh my gosh, Jean Maxwell. I don't know where I can find the September ones, but Rebecca, yes, I want it. I'll look up my order number again. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you helping me with that, Rebecca. I didn't catch that, and it could be because I missed it. There's always a lot flying everywhere around here. But if you want to send me a quick email with that order number, that would be phenomenal. Okay, that would be perfect. So then I can link it and we can get that all buttoned up. Perfect. Okay, so lots of you guys are here. So I know that a couple people were asking where to find this catalog. So I'm going to sign in real quick and I'm going to share with the group here really quickly, because if there are 2 people that asked that didn't know where it was, there's probably lots of you that didn't know that this is available. Now, Jean Maxwell, maybe you might tell me where I can find the online exclusives. You know what? I wonder if they're in the exact same spot. All right, so just in a nutshell, when you are on your main page here, there's Happening Now under Product Releases, right? And then scroll all the way down to right there. So the first catalog here is Product Release Resources. There's the annual catalog. There's images, and here's the September catalog right here. Okay? And you just click on US English or Canadian English. So September to December 2025 mini. So if you guys are curious, you can always see the front of the catalog for now, but I can't show you the inside. And then I don't know. So Jean, where are the, I don't even, so this is exciting. I want to know because it's hard to find things. So when you log in, you go to, oh, look at this. Log in, there's there'll be a red box. Click on it, then scroll down. The downloadable will be on the right. Okay, there's another way to find it, Sherry Stewart said. Okay, so I just know to get to it from the product releases. So under product releases, and then that's in Happening Now. And then scroll all the way down, there it is. Okay, so so here's the 2025 online exclusives flyer. Now, Jean Maxwell, is there a flyer just like that for the new ones that are coming out in September? Because if that's the case, that didn't include all of them. Yeah, so maybe send me a link, Jean, if you don't mind. I would really appreciate that. I guess then I don't have to keep hunting for it myself. All right, so you guys, when you got your card kits, I sent an email today that was including the PDF tutorial, and there was a highlighted thing. There's highlights. And I want to show you, oh man, let's just see here. So that's under card called Stampin' Up maybe? Hang on. I want to show you guys. Sometimes it's important here. For those that are getting class with me, it's important that you read the emails I send you. Otherwise you might miss things. And I try to highlight anything that's out of the normal. So please note the embossed bowl for card number 3 was accidentally put in the kit for number 2. So I just want to call that out so that you guys, if anybody's working on these cards and you're not going to finish watching the video now and you catch the replay later, just know that card number 2 here, where there was, the PDF tutorial. It's just know we accidentally put the bowl here, that embossed bowl, we accidentally put it in this card kit. All right, it was a mistake. After it was all put in there, everything was all laid out. We were in-person class and we're like, oh man, we put the bowl in the wrong kit. It's there, it's just in the wrong kit. So no big problem. Just you guys might be wondering, if you start with this card, you might be wondering where the bowl is, and it's in this envelope. So just putting that out there right off the bat. I will have to find it again, but I will send you a screenshot once I find it again. Awesome. I appreciate that. Hi, Anna Carter. Hi, Joy Moody. So let's just see here what card we have here. You guys, I have post-it notes on here. That means there's always something awry with my kit, and people like that because they see how I work through things. So you didn't scroll down far enough for the online exclusives. So I didn't scroll down far enough. Okay. Well, so you're saying, Sherry Stewart, it's in this section here. All right. The thing is, I wonder if, right here it is, September 2025 product list. Ah, all right. I found it. Okay, that's it. I think Jean Maxwell, that's where it is, September 2025 product list. Okay, Nancy Mole, anybody else who is a demonstrator looking for it, you just had to scroll down further. Yay. Okay. All right, so what we did is underneath your golden ticket, that first card is the card that has the bowl in it that you're going to want to save off to the side, right? In here, you'll have your 2 butterflies. You'll have 3 white gems, which are on this card. I think this is my favorite designer series paper out of the whole pack, that one right there. And then you'll have, I think I took my sanding block upstairs already. Okay, well, we'll figure something out. This is actually 2-tone cardstock, you guys. And what we did is we embossed it with the embossing folder. And what you're going to do is scratch off some of the coloring to give it that distressed look. And it's kind of hard to see it, but we'll get there. So there's your vase. This is cut out with the Everyday Arches dies and then embossed with joined together. And then you have a Velcro dot right here. And then here's the bowl that we're talking about. So your bowl is going to be set off to the side, and it's for a different card. This is your little bannered sentiment label here, right? And then this piece right here is actually double the size it needs to be, because what happens is you're going to need to cut it in half and use each one on each side here. All right, we'll get to that. You have a white mat for the inside. You have this pretty gold ribbon that's part of, I think, celebratory sips. And all you're going to do with this is make an overhand knot and use a glue dot. And we'll add that onto the card later, right where the vase is. Right? We're going to make it look like it's tied around the vase. Nancy found it. Good job. Well done. All right, so here you have your kind of base, right? So different type of a card, you guys. This is a fun fold. And Karen Wetstein's already cut your banner stuff for you. She cut the designer paper. So kudos to her for that. Yay. So that's your little arm that's going to flip in the front. And this is a 5.5 by 4.25. All right, so lots of assembly work on this one and a little bit of stamping with sentiments. You can grab a little trimmer or you can use a scissors. It doesn't matter what you use. But what's going to happen is this needs to get cut in half. So it's currently 1.5. So around 3/4 is what you're going to use for a measurement, so about 3/4. Cut it in half, and one is going to go on the other side, and the other is on the other side. So one on one side, one on the other side. Okay, I think that's it for cutting for that. Excuse me. Okay, so what can we get glue happy with to eliminate some of the pieces around here? All right, and we'll get this guy out so you can kind of see what's going on. So we've got the arm that flips this way, and then we've got the flap that goes this way, and we made it into a wedding card. So pretty. You could also do a birthday card. This could be a thank you card. It could be an anniversary card. There's lots of different options with this. But what we're going to do is glue this down, and we're going to glue these two down, and we'll prep this as well. So I'm going to put a little glue there, and we'll set him off to the side. I will say that this gold foil is some of my gold foil that I've had since November. I must have bought about 12 packs of it way back then, and I'm still working my way through it. And some of that gold paper is the gold paper that flaked off. And so we were very diligent about checking everybody's pieces before we put them in your package, and if anything needed touching up, we did. And I'm also going to show you what you could use if you need any touching up. So these, when they started off at 4 inches, I will say once they got embossed, they may have shrunk a hair. Like, honey, I shrunk the kids. So we noticed in in-person class that they might have been a hair shorter than 4 inches, and that happens with embossing folders. Sometimes it shrinks the paper. So those get glued on the side, and then this with the flap open and the score on this side, what's going to happen is you're going to put this arm right in front of it at about this height. So it's maybe about 3/4 from the bottom, 3/4 inch from the bottom. And then you're going to wrap that top. I've got the glue back there already. I'm just going to wrap this around. Something like that, right? So that wraps around the back, and it's got to be, again, the open side, not the scored folded side. All right, so this will go like this. That goes like that, right? And now that you've got that done, what you can do is put the liquid glue behind that mat, and then this should get centered on your card, top to bottom, left to right. I always like it flush on the top, and I was going to say you could have done a test beforehand to make sure that the back piece was the same height as this, but mine came out good. But you could always have trimmed it if you needed to. All right, so now this goes like that. That goes like that. We did put a Velcro dot in your kit. These are the crafting Velcro dots. One side is more clear and the other side is more white. So what I generally do is I like to put the white side on the part that is on the back side of what opens, and then the clear side, when you open it, then you can see this side, but you don't see that side, right? So I like the clear to be there, right? So we got that going for us. All right, then the embossed arch here is going to hang out right on here. I have it lined up with the edge of the designer series paper. Was it popped up? Was it flat? I popped it up. So you gotta be careful though in popping it up that you don't go on any part that is above or below the arm. And so what you could do for that is put your dimensionals right onto the arm itself and then attach the arch right to the arm. So it's a little bit higher, so it's not centered on the arch. The arch is a little bit below the equator here, I guess you could say. So line it up on the right here so that you still see that misty moonlight margin, right? So that's good. Now, I did notice that with Christine, is the PDF available? What is the email? Was it in the email this morning? No, you got Nancy. The only people that get emailed the PDF tutorial from me are those that register and pay for class. So those people that I just listed in roll call, they received an email from me. So it was put into the Inspiration Hive, which you have access to. it was also put into the Inspiration Hive. So you can go to the Inspiration Hive where all my tutorials are, and you'll find it in the suite section, okay? But yeah, so it was not, you guys, when I email thank yous or information about classes to the general populace, I don't include the tutorial. So the tutorial is a gift to those people who either pay for class or pay for it via an order, like they place an order with me, right? So the PDF tutorials are always free for those people who register for class with me. So hopefully that answers your question. But yes, the PDF is available. All right, so there's that. And now we have a little stamping we can do. So we pulled out a sentiments from the stamp set called Round We Go. So this was perfect. It has time to celebrate. And then, oh, that's one thing I didn't do is pull out all the blocks. So let's grab a few blocks here. So time to celebrate, and we're going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. And then on the inside of this, I've got congratulations on your wedding day. This one is Lifetime of Love. So we'll pull this guy out. And our color of choice here is Misty Moonlight. And let's grab that right here. I like the photopolymers because you can see through where you're stamping. So we already got your ends bannered for you, thank goodness, right? We did use a retired punch called Triple Banner Punch, right? You could always use your scissors and make your own banners too, but I love the Triple Banner Punch. Right, so we've got our time to celebrate. And then on the inside, there's a pot. And that pot, I've got it on the right. It's a big pot. Now, if you don't want to put the whole pot on because you'd like to save some space to write some words, definitely do that. But I'm just going to put that on the right-hand side. And then, I should have done my words first, but I wasn't quite sure where to put them. So knowing that my pot was there, I'm going to put my words here. I haven't practiced this stamp in a while, but let's see if it's straight. Oh no, it's really crooked. Okay, not really crooked, but it's crooked enough. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna bring it up on the right hand side just a hair and cross my fingers and my toes. And let's see, that's much better. Okay, perfecto changeo. Then now I know I'm gonna put my pot right back over here. Perfect. Hello, Sue Deppis. All right, so let's shut our Misty Moonlight and can be done with that one. All right. All right, all right, all right. Now we can glue our inside in. And let's grab this. Now, you can kind of see through here. At first glance, you can see the pot in the background, but as soon as you put that down onto your inside of your card, you can't see that back piece. All right, so now our inside's in. And then we have this time to celebrate. I did pop it up on the left-hand side. Now, if you've got enough popping going on, you could do it flat as well. But what I'm going to do is pop up on the left. And because I'm putting this on foil, I just as soon put tear and tape on the right hand because that will stick to the foil a lot better. And I've got this right above the dots and hanging off that you see just a little bit of gold here, but hanging off down here. Like that looks good. And then our pot. So let's talk about this. I don't know what I have handy to work at this. Okay, I have a dry chamois. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, you guys, but a sanding block, sanding paper would work. I have a really dry pad here. This is a chamois from when I've got the glass mat. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna try it. I need something rough or hard to roughen this up. You can see that after embossing this, there's some spots that are lightened up because this is the two-tone cardstock. It's got a white core inside. And when you take something rough against this, that's not gonna, it needs to be more bristly. When we were by Jay, she actually had a dish Oh, that Norwex silver dish pad thing. Oh, this is kind of working. Not as much as I'd like it to, but let's try the end here. Not as much as I want to either, but it's a little bit. I guess my point is if you get a sanding block, yeah, if you get a sanding block, something, it started to, you guys. When you start to rough it up, the coloring is gonna come off the paper and the white core inside is gonna start to be exposed. I'm just trying to see if I have anything else that would resemble a dry, kind of like Brillo pad or a sand eraser. Oh, yeah, okay, let's see if that'll work. A sand eraser, okay. All right, so less is best, so don't go too hard, but this is a rough surface. Yeah, this will do it. So if you guys don't have a sanding block, a ink eraser will work here too. So what happens is I'm just gently going against the raised up image of the flowers, and that's taking off that color. Again, a sanding block. So what's happening is I'm getting blue all over my ink eraser, but I can always get that off later. All right, this works. You see what's happening here? It's showing off the embossed area. I'm just trying to go over the raised up area and not all of it. There it is. Okay, that's the look I was going for, because if we look at the sample, it's kind of what we've got going on over there. So an ink eraser works. Now, I got blue all over that, so I don't want to get blue on whatever I'm going to do next. So I might just get that off of there. Perfect. Wonderful. Nice. There it is. So, oh, an emery board. Ah, a nail file. Yes, I believe I have a nail file in here. Ha, ha, ha. See? So a nail file would have also, yep. Yep, you could have used your nail file. A nail file, perfect. Okay, I do have that right here. I have 3 of them actually for when I break those nails, right? Which that happened this past week. Poor little thumb guy, he went away. The others stayed to play. All right, so we've got this done and I've got this flat here. So what I can do is pop this up down here, but I gotta be careful because I don't wanna have anything adhesive up here. So I'm gonna start with putting the dimensional there and go like that. Thanks, Anna. Julie leaves an emery board on her. That's perfect. I saw that, Julie. I appreciate that input. That was perfect. So I'm covering up this end here and making it like it's sitting right there. Cool. So now when this opens, you have no glue or adhesive there. Then what we're going to need to do is grab a glue dot or 2. So I'll probably put 2 of them right next to each other like that, and then grab that ribbon that you made an overhand knot with. Figure out which angle you want it. Stick that knot right into it. Grab your ribbon scissors, and then you can trim your tails like that. So it looks like it's wrapped around the pot, but it's not. And we have 2 different types of gems in here. We have the neutral dots that were part of the Botanical Texture Suite. They're white and they show off better on your gold. The gold ones really didn't show off good. All right, and then we also added in some butterflies because it's so flowery. We wanted butterflies fluttering around up here, and they are in gold. They kind of get lost, but I think when you see the card close up, you can pick out that there are butterflies fluttering around. And what could you Stella? I guess you could Stella your pot here. And then you could also get the edge of your banner over there. Perfect. Okay. Pretty little wedding card. I got all these things mismatched. Okay, perfect. There it is. One done. Remember to give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Anna. All right. Congratulations. Pretty wedding card. So I feel as though we're in wedding season at the moment. We talked about if you guys have any gold that is coming off on your gold paper. Let's say you got some of that Stampin' Up! Gold paper and it's flaking like mine has been doing. There's a pen out there. This pen is what we found on the internets. It's Mincho. It's a paint marker pen and it's gold. And it's perfect for your Stampin' Up! Gold paper that gets flaky. Now, we tried to make sure you guys didn't have gold paper that's flaking, and if you did, we tried to touch it up before we sent it to you. But I can see here that it's starting to raise up there, and that's where this pen is perfect. You can take that gold pen and touch up so that you can't see that white that came through. You guys, I got this off the Amazon. It comes in a 3-pack. It's gold, silver, and another color. I honestly can't remember what the other color is. It's called a Mincho paint marker pen. And it was awesome. It's perfect for touching up this. So this gold paper is fine. The foil is fine if you don't necessarily emboss it or die cut it. But as soon as you emboss it or die cut it, it gets that, sometimes it gets the flakiness. So I saw that the gold paper just went on low inventory and it came, and then it's back. So I'm wondering if there's a new batch so that it's not as flaky. I don't know if it was something with the heating process or what it was, but I feel like I got a batch of it and we're making do with it as best we can. So I'm using this for my friend's wedding next month. Perfect, Julie. I'm happy to hear that. All right, so there's one done. Yay. All right, let's move on to the next one. And so this is our vanilla one. So this vanilla one is the card that is the blackberry, right? That looks like this. It's also a fun fold. So it goes like this, and then when you open it up, ooh, it's so pretty licious in there. Gotta get some gold to get that girl. All right. It's a saying from somewhere. I don't remember where. All right. Oh, good. All right. So, but you guys have to be careful on this one, is that they got your gold gems in here. So this is the one where we pulled in the gold gems. Now, they were out of stock, so I had to beg, borrow, and steal from anybody that had them. And thank goodness I had enough people that had these so that we could kit up what we needed for this class. This section here is not the same as here, right? So this is wider by a hair, okay? And how you'll know is if you take your basic beige inside mat, it fits in the back, but it doesn't fit on the top. I mean, it does, but there's no border, okay? So you know then it needs to go back here. Hi, Karen Wetstein. All right, so that's your inside. So then you're gonna have 2 gold branches. Now, they're not branches, but they look like branches to me. They're part of the die set in this suite of products. And what happens is this is actually the cracking of the pots, right? So that fits on the one gold pot. And then what we did is we also multitasked or multi-purposed it, that we made it be the branch that's coming out of your pot. What happens though is there's this crack going this way. And what we did is we cut that off to make it more look like a branch. So you're going to need to use your scissors and do a little haircut right in the middle there, so it makes it look more like a branch, right? You can leave it, it's fine, but we thought that it looked more legit for a branch if that was cut out. This is a little flower part that comes from this set of dies too, which is eventually going to go on the front of your pot. This is in this die set as well, and we'll stamp the word celebrate, celebrate, go on and celebrate. You can see here we were strategic. Thanks, Rebecca Hawkins. The pot got cut out of this piece of designer series paper. Super cool. And then what happened is we have this piece of gold where we call these coffins. They're hexagons. They're 6-sided, but Tammy's mom, Sandy, calls them coffins. And so we cut the coffin out of this piece, which actually belongs to another card, but you're never going to know that because this gets covered up, right? And then here's the joined together embossing folder with it's an oval that comes from the Floral Impressions set, and that gets covered up just like that. So pretty cool, strategic use of paper. This gold mat is what goes on the inside panel here, like that. And then we have a piece of retired ribbon. This is that blackberry with gold edging that was part of the holiday mini catalog from last fall. And same concept with this one. We just gave you 4 inches, and you're gonna make an overhand knot. And that little overhand knot is what's gonna go at the neck of your pot. All right, so that's what you got all in here. what can we get assembled off the bat? So I'm going to start with the gold. Now, we've learned that if you put liquid glue behind your gold foil, it sometimes shows the line. So we will use, oh, John's calling. We will use the tear and tape and put that on the back for adhesive instead of liquid glue. Now you can use liquid glue, definitely not a problem if that's what you have. It just, you have to be cognizant that it might have a line that shows through the foil. All right, the other thing that we want to do, we're going to do the Rose Coleman method. So if you're in Canada and interested in these kits, don't hesitate to reach out to Rose Coleman. She's my colleague who I work with. She kits up this class in Canada, just like I kit up her Technique Club class in the US. She taught me how to put glue on this. So, and let it marinate for a second. I'm going to do that right now because if I don't do it now, it won't be ready. So we're just putting a little bit of glue on our broken pottery piece. Excuse me. And then that's just going to sit off to the side here and marinate for a moment. Okay, perfect. What happens is it'll get tacky and then we'll be able to put it on the pot without it smearing all over, just like this one did. If you guys, I don't know if you can see this, but it got smeariness all over. I gotta take the Goo Gone to that yet. I never did that. So for this, figure out which side you want up and what side you want down. On this one, I put those diamonds at the bottom, and diamonds are forever. Ever, 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 ever. All right, ooh, let's do the bone folder first real quick. So let's burnish and then burnish. All right. Figure out which side is which again, right? That's that side. So that means that this is amazing. I love this gold on the blackberry. Pretty, pretty. All right, very good. Now, same thing is going to happen with this gold and potentially this designer paper. So I think I'm also going to go that route. I'm glad you guys like these cards. All right, I'm going to go this route with the tear and tape on the backs of these as well. Oh, that's like that. Go like this. Now, the thing with tear and tape is there's not any forgiveness, really, if you put it down incorrectly. So you get like a one-shot deal. And if you try to pull it back up, it might rip your paper. So you gotta be careful with that. So let's get the gold down first. All right, so this gold goes on the top here. I look for the top, the bottom, and the left. And then once I got that straight, then I look at the right, and once I see it's good, I just drop it like that. Now, I want a little bit of adhesive there, but I don't have a lot of room there. So what I'll do is just put the adhesive right on the gold here. All right, same thing. Oh, I'll get the cat fur off though first. Yeah, so some of the kits today, you guys, might kill a cat fur. Honey was I called her defeathering herself, but she doesn't have feathers, right? Like chickens have feathers, I get it. But we were saying she was deflocking herself. She kept like cleaning her fur and it kept flying and I kept trying to get it off everybody's kits. But I do hear that people say that like getting cat fur in one of your kits reminds you guys sometimes of your pets. And so I've heard more positive things than negative things with the cat fur. So, but I was just thinking that, oh, the cats, like they like to say hello too. All right, so that's getting there. Now what's gonna happen is our circle, or I should say our oval, is gonna go here, but we don't want anything hanging over the edge. So we gotta be careful with that again. So I'm gonna line up 3 dimensionals like that. And figure out where you want your diamonds. If you want your diamonds at the top or the bottom, I think I like them at the top this time. And so I'm gonna put a couple dimensionals on that left side and like that. And we'll get this down. I have about 1/2 inch over on this side and then it's centered top to bottom. So let's get that on here. Centered top to bottom, about a 1/2 inch. That looks good. All right. Ooh, this guy's ready to go. He's really tacky at this point. So what's happening is the bottom is lined up here, and I'm putting it across the pot like that. Parts hang off, so don't worry about that. Oh, I smeared it. Yep, you'll have that. Oh, man. All right. This is where the Goo Gone comes in handy. Ah! All right, we might get the Goo Gone out and show you how to do this. All right, so cut that off, and then cut this off, and that one. All right. All right, so let's see. Foil is unforgiving with glue. You can see here, I got a smear. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, you can see the smear. And I got a smear over on that side. You'll have that on those bigger jobs, I guess. So, they make something called the Goo Gone. The Goo Gone looks like this, adhesive remover, right? And if you have a Q-tip, I would definitely use a Q-tip. But I don't know where I have a Q-tip, so I'm just going to use my finger with the paper towel and gently go over the top of this, and it takes the smear off. And let's get this guy. All right, so there you go. Boom. Lickety split. We got the glue off. Now, there might be more coming though, so I'm gonna leave this out. All right. Then our pot. Our pot gets popped up with the dimensionals. So I'm gonna put one, oh man. You'll be very careful when you pull off dimensionals, sometimes 2 of them come, and then you gotta be careful they don't stick together. So I caught that one before they got glued together. I'm gonna put one right at the top there. Though the one at the top actually is what I'm gonna use to collect my branch. Like this. We're gonna just set that right into that glue dot, that dimensional, like that. You're gonna be careful that the branch is not too tall, so that looks good. And so that's sticking like that. What you could do, because some of the adhesive from the dimensional gets covered up, you could put a glue dot right back over the top of it. So now this is good to go. And it's gonna hang out right about here. So I'm not gonna press down really hard in case I wanna move it, but I'm gonna stage it right about like that. This one will eventually go right like that. So I think the pot's good, but we'll come back to that. Let's do a little stamperooing. Wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. That comes from our beautiful motifs. That guy right there. And then celebrate, celebrate. Go on and celebrate. Some commercial from the 90s, that's what that was. Now, there is also a song, Celebrate and Dance to the Music, right? Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. We need blackberry ink. And our inside piece. This is basic beige. So basic beige does work with regal colors very nicely, like blackberry. It goes good with mossy meadow and the nights that are navy. Perfect. I can live with that. And then there's a pot in the bottom, but you have to make sure you put it on the left, not the right. Otherwise you'll have weird pot action coming out on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side. All right, so let's put our pottery on the left. Good, very good. And our celebrate also comes from the beautiful motifs. And when you stamp it on this one though, I stamped it a little bit closer to the bottom because the pot is resting on the label. So I centered it left to right, but put it closer to the bottom. Hi, Yvette Lopez. How about celebrate good times? Come on. Yeah, that's it. Celebrate good times. Come on. Like every wedding, I think you hear that song. Perfect. So, man, oh frights, I got the frog. So we have here some beige that will get glued down. Let's get that on the inside. Beige, vanilla, and gold. Remember that combination. I think you'll love making cards with that one. This is going to get popped up, but that side doesn't need a dimensional, only over here does. So I think what I'll do is, I know I want a dimensional there and one right there. And then the part that is on the pot, we'll just put a little bit of glue right there to help that. Thanks, Ruth Nicholson. And that covers up this bottom of the oval. Make sure you don't have any adhesive on this back left side because, oh, I lied. You could put a dimensional there. Ha ha. Okay, it's flat. You can put a dimensional hanging off the edge there. That will support that guy. And then our pot. Let's get this on here. And we're going to put a dimensional there. And put one right there. I know a lot of people probably would have put the dimensionals on the back of the pot, but I know that they need to be there. And, oh, we're going to use a glue dot because remember we talked about gold and glue? So I'm going to put a glue dot right at the bottom of our cracked pot. And then that gets set right onto our label. Maybe something like that. All right, looking good. This guy, I should have done the Rose Coleman thing, right? I wasn't thinking that far ahead. So what happens is this is missing a little section, as is this one. And how it is, I think I have it like that it's hooked around and coming down, so I don't need glue at the top here, but I want glue here. And I'm going to glue this and let it sit for a moment so it gets a little bit tacky versus schmeary, right? So I'm good with about that much. Set that off to the side while we get our other things buttoned up. Our bow is one thing. So let's go back and put 2 of the glue dots on here. Like kind of spread out. And we'll get our bow set right into them. And then you can take your ribbon scissors and let's trim them. The tails, that is. We made it look like it's tied around again, but it's not. It's just right on the front. Very good. And then what we can do, you should have 3 gems. 2 big and a small, or 2 small and a big. So I have 2 smalls. So we'll put a small and a big there, and then whatever your odd duck is, you can put him right about there, I guess. They show off really nicely on the blackberry oval. Now this guy, he's going to be good enough for me. So we're going to grab him. This is where our tweezers comes in handy. Oh yes, I feel like a doctor. All right, I'm gonna get a better grip on it. See how I can do this. So that little guy is what's hooked on back there, right? And don't smear it around too much. There it is. Okay, very good, nice. Leave it. So that little guy hooked on the back, and it looks like the plant is growing over the pot. Okay. Hello, Kenzie. Are you going to do any more with the pears without the paper or scenic adventures? That's a good question. So we just got access to the new online exclusives that are launching, as well as the holiday mini catalog. And what we're going to try to do now in the next week is map out what we're going to feature between now and the end of the year. So we've got everything kind of set in stage for August, but we need to figure out September, October, November, and December. So they might get pulled into a monthly class, right? But I don't, because we already did a Scenic Adventures class and we already did a Pears class, right? We've already featured them. So the only way they'd probably get pulled back in again is if they're like a one-off in a different class, like the monthly class or a buffet or something like that. All right, so what could you Stella? I guess my Stella pen needs a little bit of help. It needs to get rehydrated. It needs some Stella CPR. And we'll get that done. But what I would do is you could Stella this whole oval here. And then you could Stella your plant. That's rolling over the edge of glory. And then hopefully that wasn't too cumbersome or difficult, but it's a wowzer card. I think it really is bedazzly. and the gold all shines through. Now, for this, I really made sure my helpers I think Tammy die cut all the pots out of here. So she was watching each one as she cut it to make sure she grabbed it from a good spot on the DSP and that the pot stayed on the right. So you have to make sure when you glue these two pieces that basically the holes are on the right side, not the left side. I mean, you can test it and see if the holes will work on this side, but I don't know if the oval is going to cover up the area perfectly. You're very welcome, Kenzie. All right, there we go. So 2 done, lickety split. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, Yvette wants to see the new items. Oh, I know, right? Oh, my mom would say it's just a moment in time and it will pass. And all of a sudden you're going to look back and you're going to think, wow, that didn't go too slow. It wasn't too bad. So hopefully got a countdown calendar going, Yvette. That's what it's all about. Get that countdown calendar down and it'll hopefully set that date and hopefully it comes up. Not that I want to wish time ever away from anybody, but you know, sometimes we want things to get here quick. So, but enjoy each day until then. So, yeah. Thanks, Trisha. Thanks, Sue Deppis. All right, so I've got here, I'll clean up in aisle 9 real quick, and then we'll get back at it here. We're going to do now. Okay, let's talk about this card. I don't know if that's this next one. And not that one. I got a green one. Okay, I gotta think about this. So we kitted, okay, so there's one sheet of designer paper that's all of these pots, okay? Now, there were Mossy Meadow pots in there, and I didn't give anybody Mossy Meadow pots, and we only worked with the tall pots. So these tall pots come in Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, and Beige, okay? So how we decided to kit up this, or design this, is we did half of the cards featuring Lost Lagoon and half of the cards featuring Misty Moonlight. Now, I am going to take a quick, I'm going to look for my Misty Moonlight card because I want you guys to see what it looks like. I know where it is. Now, I think that Kelly missed my communication, or I did not communicate with Kelly. It doesn't matter. It didn't happen. I missed telling her, or she missed photographing this card. This was the other one. They're the partners. So for your kits, you guys either got the Lost Lagoon or you got Misty. And you either got a Lost Lagoon pot with Lost Lagoon, you got a Petal Pink, or you got a Beige. And on the Misty Moonlight, you either got Petal Pink, Misty Moonlight, or Beige, right? There were 3 different color pots, and the blue went the blue, the Lagoon went with the Lagoon, and the Beige and the Petal Pink went with either one. So I want you guys to know that you're going to have one or the other. You're not going to potentially have Lost Lagoon. And the tutorial was written up only showcasing the Lost Lagoon, but I did write in it on the top that said that Misty Moonlight was not pictured. It's the same card, so I don't want to confuse anybody. It's the same card, just 2 different color palettes, right? Either blue or green. All right, so I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys aren't confused, because I know that happens very easily. Confusion sets in and we're not certain what happens. And then all of a sudden it's like, I get somebody saying, well, my card is blue. I'm like, yup, it was meant to be that way. So, all right. And you are going to love a bundle in the new color lights of Aurora. Aurora Borealis, yes. I need to practice on how to say that. Okay. And I think that we're going to feature that one as an ink, paper, scissors sometime. It will, between September and December, it will be an ink, paper, scissors as our goal. So you guys have some of the low profile dots that are, they're gold. The next card used the pink ones, the Petal Pink. So this is the piece of designer paper. Now, if you have the Misty Moonlight one and you want to use that behind here, or as what's shown, you could do that. Now, I had it as Petal Pink because it went for both cards. All right, so that's that. And then you have a matte that has the join together, and your coffin is die cut out of the middle. Now, this is either going to be blue or green for you. Hello, handsome kitten. Grandma says I'm not a kitten anymore. I know, but you're always going to be a kitten to me because you're my baby. Mom, I know. Oh, you're so cute. What's up, big boy? I just came to say hi to everybody. All right, well, hello, big boy. There's no room for me here, Mom. Well, yeah, I know, but you'll find some spots to go. All right, there you go. There you go. So you guys, bigger Tigger in the house. Same concept with this little guy. It's going to be a branch, not a crack on your pot. So choose your words. So we have a branch now, and that's ready to go. So if you have the dies for this, you could definitely use them to cut your pots out. But I don't have the dies at the moment because they're en route, actually. So we're going to use a scissors. Oops, I went a little close to the edge there. Oh, well. If you have the dies, definitely go ahead, pull them out and use them. It's nice that they put the extra little bit of green border around the edge of the gold, so that wasn't all white showing around the edge. All right, so that's not so hard to cut. Larger than life, bigger Tigger. Yes, you are. All right, so there's our pot. Now, here's the deal. If you've got a beige pot, you have a choice to make. You could get your blending brush out, right? A brush like this or a sponge dauber. And the beige pots, you could get either Lost Lagoon or you could get Misty Moonlight, and you could color your pot with ink, okay? So you could do that with the beige pots. I wouldn't do it with petal pink because the petal pink looks nice and it matches good. The beige is fine, but I think it would look better if it was inked up just a little bit. So then you have another one of these little guys, the flower, and then you have your pot. This one was in our first card kit. I noticed on this one that part of the white is the edge here. Some of the gold flaked off on me. So this is perfect to pull out that little gold painter marker. And what's cool is it really blends in really nice that you can't even tell that there was white there. So that's awesome. All right, so there's our second pot. And you have a little strip here for your sentiment. And then you have a coffin, and a coffin, right? So this was out of that mat. The gold was out of that other cards mat. And then we have a pink that was out of this mat. So this is going to layer onto here. Perfect. And then you have a flower. And the flower is for the inside. So that page that's full of the pots has all these little flowers. Didn't let you know you were on. Hello, Rosie Prouty. Better late than never. You are so correct. So we're going to use, I did not want all these flowers for the rest of my life. So what we did is we rough cut them apart, or Karen did, and they got put into everybody's kit so that you can glue them onto the inside of your white, or put it on your white mat on the inside of your card. All right, so go round and around. This one's not so bad. I don't know if there is a die in the set for this flower or not. I didn't think so, but I can't remember. Will you link that marker and where to get it? Yes, you know, I definitely can do that. And Nancy, it would be awesome if you just sent me a quick little email. And when I see your email and I'm in my computer, that will prompt me to do it. And what I will do is I will put it, so when you guys are in, like when you're in, let's see here. When you're in the YouTuber here, there's more here where it has my information about this class, this stuff right here. I'll put it like underneath this first paragraph. You know, if you're in Canada, contact Rose, and I'll put it in right there, and I'll just say, here's the link for the marker in case anybody wants to get it, okay? Yeah, it's definitely, don't forget thumbs up, yay. It's definitely worth having when it comes to, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell anything like this. They used to have some gold pens, I believe, way back, 15 or 20 years ago, I vaguely remember them having a gold pen, like a gold and a silver pen, but they don't have it now. So I'm not doing anything against the rules by sharing a non-Stampin' Up! Product with you because Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry it. If they carry it, that'd be a different story. I would be promoting Stampin' Up's brand, but they don't make it in the Stampin' Up! World, so they don't offer it. So that's perfectly fine. All right, let's do a couple things. I got lots of paper in front of me, and there's also some, this petal pink, you guys, this is a retired ribbon. It is from a few years ago, actually. And it's a petal pink. It matched this card perfectly. And when we are in design mode, if we look around and we've got enough ribbon available for what it takes to kit up a card, we are going to use it in the design process. We're at that point where we'd rather make a really pretty card with a matching ribbon than to put no ribbon on it, or to have a ribbon that doesn't match quite as well. So we will sometimes put retired ribbon or gems on cards. So just putting that out there. Full disclosure that sometimes we do use retired ribbon, just like in this card right here. That was one from a blast from the current past. This one is a blast from the older past. Okay, so no problem there. Let's glue things though. And so these two mats, I'm just doing a dry fit and they look good. We can glue both of them down. So let's get glue happy. And I don't think I burnished this yet, so let's do that first. Thanks for sending me a text, Nancy. The only thing with the texting is that I'm not always on my computer. And so when people text me, I don't get to it as fast as when it's in my emails. Like, so here's the thing, like when I work in my computer on things, like I can't update this thing from my phone. Like I probably could if I worked at it hard enough. It's so easy for me to update from my computer, and my email and my computer work hand in hand. Texting and my computer don't work hand in hand because texting is my cell phone and my computer is not my cell phone. So just saying that, like eventually I'll get to that. So this gold needs to get cut in half. You could use the scissors or you can use a paper trimmer, whatever you want, but try to stay in the middle, right? So there's a top and a bottom. You need to do the same thing with this one. You can use a paper trimmer or you could use your scissors like that. All right, so you've got a top and a bottom. And what I like to do here is put a little bit of glue here. So prep the small parts so they marinate. I know, I was just thinking about that. Where did I put my little flowers? They were just here. Underneath here maybe? No. Thanks, Penny Powell, for mailing out the check. I appreciate it. Now, I could have sworn that I had a little, the green flowers around here. So I'm just going to put liquid glue here and there. Now, I'm going to pick the petal pink up and drop that into that side and trying to make it even. Thanks for sending an email, Nancy. I appreciate it. So that's what makes it harder too. And it's not that it's bad. It just makes it harder when people text me about classes, is because I'm not in my computer when I'm working in text messages. Usually it's like if I'm in my emails, I'm in my computer. If I'm in texting, I'm not in my computer. So it takes me a little bit like of thought to go, oh yeah, pull up your phone, start going through your phone and answering. Oh, here it is. Start going through your phone and answering people. So this little hook thing, right, is not needing glue, but everything from here down is. So let's get this staged. Thanks, Nancy. I just saw it myself. So isn't that funny? You're looking for something and it's always right in front of your face. All right, so we're gonna set that there for the moment. And with the foil, I'm gonna grab some tear-in tape. I'm gonna just put it right through the middle. And let's pick those off. And get a little gold border right there, and then a little gold border, complete with kitten fur. All right, wonderful. So we've got that staged. Okay, so that's how you get the nice borders on there. I also have on the back here the petal pink ribbon. So we're going to put a piece of tear and tape along the bottom right-hand side. Grab your petal pink ribbon, or just, oh man, you've got a lot of ribbon here. Oh, you could do 2 loops in a tail, but wow, okay. So we probably could have gotten by with a little bit less. So a loop and a tail, right? So you've got that much left over. You guys, instead of throwing it away, I challenge you to make something pretty with it. And you could add another tail here too if you wanted. But you could also use, like you guys, you could make a loop on something. You could have 2 tails coming down. So this is definitely usable yet. I put it over in my, to make something with later in life, or to give to Tammy and her mom. All right, so I put that tear and tape right over the top. This guy right here, that little hook thing, it's gonna go right like behind here. Like so. Very good. Nice. So this is going to get popped up, and our pot gets popped up. So let's grab dimensionals. Gold markers with 3 different tips. All right, so I have to catch the replay. There are some awesome events. Yeah, when you have a chance to let us know what classes, just message the CBC Enroll. We are monitoring that and getting responses out to people as quickly as we can. Just a reminder, our ship date isn't until August 12th. So we've got a good week and a half here to make sure we connect with everybody who wants August classes. All right, so we've got the pot staged there, and we got a little gluing here. Let's glue the designer paper down. So Julie, I wasn't certain. You were saying something about gold markers with 3 different tips, but I didn't know if there was something. I don't know what that is. I guess I'm not familiar with a gold marker with 3 tips. So we're gonna pop this up with dimensionals. Keep going around. You guys know me. I want to clean this sheet up. Okay, so this middle panel gets popped up, and we're going to set that right in the middle of the card. So centered left to right and top to bottom. Look to see if you have a pattern of up and down. Those branches are going that way. Those branches are going that way. So whichever way works. And centered left to right and flush along the top. There we go. Hi, Carmen Sanders. Then this is going to go closer to the bottom, so it's south of the equator, centered left to right. Okay, we can't have dimensionals in the middle. So you might have to take those off and put them back here, like that, because you could put liquid glue through the middle. This is already popped up, and so it's like a you wanted to create a channel. So there we go. Now these are popped up, that little branch guy. I tried to paste an Amazon link for the gold pens, 3 mark. I got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, so, and I'll also, you guys, when I get to it, I will share the link. And there was a silver pen, a gold pen, and another color pen. Hi, Maria Gilbertson from Minnesota. And what I'm going to do now is put the glue dot over the top of that, so it provides some extra stickiness. And then the pot itself here, we're just going to use some tear and tape there, because this is raised up. The pot's going to be right around here. This pot is going to set about here. Don't worry, I didn't forget about my sentiment. I'm not going to press this down hard. So we have hello, hello, hello. And that is also from Beautiful Motifs. We'll grab that guy. So you need something shorter from the sentiment. And if you have Misty Moonlight, use Misty Moonlight. So if your base is Misty Moonlight. If you have Lost Lagoon for your base. You're going to, company is coming. You're going to definitely want Misty, or Lost Lagoon. So let's grab this guy. And Inky Dinky Doo. We definitely made the white strip longer than what you needed, so don't fret about that. What you're going to do is cut the right side at however kind of an angle you want it, like that. And then you're going to trim off a little bit here. I appreciate that, Julie. What I will do is share with you guys here, in case anybody's hot to trot to get this stuff. The markers look like this. When you search, let's see here, Mincho. This is what it, oh, it's white. Perfect, it's white. So in case anybody's already excited to get these, they're Mincho, and there's gold, silver, and white. They're $11 plus tax, and you get 6, 2 of each color. So if you have a buddy, it'd be great for you guys to split the pack because you'd each get 1 of each, right? So they're Mincho paint pens. So what I'm going to do here is put a dimensional on the right-hand side here. And I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the left. I'm going to just gently pick this up and sneaker it in here. Get my pot nice and straight again. There it is. So I just snuck that in. And then I've got the gold gems. So you'll have 2 big and a small, or 2 small and a big. And I'm going to put a big and a small together. Like that. And then the other dude can go down here. Okay, so that didn't land where I wanted it to. There it is. So it would be great for lots of different occasions. You don't have a lot of room though, right? So that's why we put hello there. And then what we did is we have this little flower, and that's gonna go on your inside. If you want to stamp a sentiment, I would definitely do that before you glue the back. The back side of the white page, and then the little flower hangs out right there. Perfect. There it is. Mincho. Mincho. It's if you can see here, Nancy. Mincho. Mincho. All right. Stella. Whatever you want. You can Stella your designer paper, your mat that got embossed, your petal pink mat, whatever you want. And there it is. So you guys again will either have Baloo or Lost Lagoon, right? Not both. One or the other. All right, perfect. So hopefully you guys like that one too. Have you mailed my, I haven't, Carmen. Your pile, I just moved it off of the counter. I was gonna go over it just to make sure I have everything that you were looking for before I mailed it, and I haven't had the opportunity to. I thought I would have the opportunity this afternoon. And with the crazy Stamp-A-Stack kitting, it kind of like it sucked time away from me. Okay, this next one. I gotta show you 2 differences between this one too. So let me go grab the other card. I have 2 samples here for you guys to look at. And they're basically the same card. It just depends on the blending. And you can see that this one's lighter and that one's darker. Same concept, just more ink on the one on the right. And you just have to decide what look you like better. If you like the darker look better or a little bit lighter look, right? I'll be honest, in the camera, I would pick the lighter one. In person, I would pick the darker one, right? So, oh, and that's upside down. Oops. So again, you can always add ink to it. You can't take ink away. So we intentionally made one lighter and one darker so you could see the difference. All right, so last card kit is also going to be a white envelope. And it's going to be Lost Lagoon. So those people who got Lost Lagoon, for this card, you're going to have 2 Lost Lagoon cards. For those people who had this one in Misty Moonlight, you're going to have 2 Misty Moonlight cards. All right, so let's see. You should have, oh man. Oh, okay. I thought we were wrong. There's 3 that are petal pink. And then there's one odd duck here that's kind of a foil gem. That's for the middle of your flower. And in here you'll have 2 pieces of gold ribbon, your base, which can get burnished, and then you can put it with August if you want, along with the paper shares. Okay, Carmen, I can definitely do that. The other thing I was wondering is if you're coming up for the party on August 17th. So I was curious if that was on your radar or if it wasn't. All right, now you guys can see. We used the join together on every card, but this is where you can see it in its entirety. This is basically the whole thing, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different embossed designs in here. All right, then you have a branch. Again, we used it as a branch. We didn't use it as the cracked pottery. So I did cut that out again. Here he comes. He's coming this way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. S and the P want to get with me. Come on, big boy. Everyone wants to say hi. Did you miss me? Hello, handsome kitten. Mom, when are you going to stand up so I can have your chair? It's nice and warm. I can see it. All right. A petal pink flower, and that is from the delightful, oh, you guys, he's taking my chair. Watch this. See? He's checking it out. He's like, Mom, is there enough room back here for me? Oh, he's making cookie dough. There's definitely enough room for both of us. All right, delightful floral. Or delightful wishes. There's a little flower. All right. Stylish shapes, you have a circle. On point, there is a gold one. Now, if you guys got the Wildflower birthday Stamp-a-Stack from me, and you may remember this was cut out of the middle of one of your mats. We saved it and we used it for this card. Yay. A piece of designer paper. It's white and we're going to make it green. A very tight fit, but we cut your arch out of this piece right here. And this goes right over the top of it, and you'll never know that it's not there, right? And then you have a white inside. Strategic use of our gold paper, you guys. We're very frugal with it. Mincho, it's not Mencho, Julie. It's Mincho. M-I-N-C-H-O. All right? Mincho. But I was saying it like it was Spanish. Mincho. But it's M-I-N-C-H-O. I don't know if it's Mincho or Mincho. All right, so we got to grab our peacock ink and a blending brush. And we're going to blend this. I already got a blending brush set aside here. That's got the peacock ink going on. I'm going to start off the edge, preferably where there isn't glue. I know there's a big glue spot there from somebody. I don't know who I can say did that, but definitely glue right there. So I'm going to try to avoid that area. And the perfect use of a glass mat is with blending, because you can start off the edge and continue to still pick that ink up. Jean, it's with an I. Mincho. M-I-N-C-H-O. Painter pens. Okay? All right, so I'm going to twist it this way. And we're going to work our way around here. Again, you guys, you can add color. You can't take it away. So we're just gonna go around and we're gonna see if we like it in the lighter. Oh, you guys, he's so adorable. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. His paws. Look at his paws. He's making, do you see that? He's making cookie dough. Look at those paws go. He's making bread right now. He's kneading his bread. Oh, he's an adorable kitten. He loves that blanket behind me too. All right. So here's what I've got. This one is more like the light one. If you want it darker, you got to keep working at it. Thanks, Rosie. If you want it darker, you just got to keep adding the color. Jean found them. Yay. Yeah, I thought they were really reasonable. For $11 to get 6 pens, I can live with that. I'm just going to do a little bit more color all the way around here. Making biscuits. He is. He certainly is. Okay, I think I'm good with this. We'll go with this darkness. I like it. Mikey likes it. All right, but you gotta be careful because you got ink all over here and you don't want that getting on all your stuff. So I'm gonna clean that up. Clean up on aisle 9. All right. I pulled in bright borders for this. So this card's beautiful for like a bridal shower card, a baby shower card, a congratulations for a new job, a new home, a retirement card. This sentiment in here, it says, yay, so happy for you. You guys, I honestly don't know if bright borders is carried over or not. I don't know. So I don't remember if it stayed or if it went. Should we stay or should we go now? If we stay, there will be trouble. And if we go, it will be double or something along those lines. Bright borders. Yes, page 34. So this is still current at the moment. Right there, bright borders. And it matches the on-point punch. Very cool. Okay, that's the punch goes with this one. So yay, so happy for you is what we're going to use on here. And it gets stamped in the pretty peacock. I had that happen a couple of weeks ago on your iPad. Very frustrating. I shut it down, restarted it completely. Seems to have worked. Mimi, what happened to Mimi? After it freezes, I have to X out, then come back and start with another commercial. Then it started happening last week. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely shut down and reboot or restart. So yay. So happy for you. Oh man, what I realized I have here is on the inside, I put congratulations. Congratulations comes from Sunset Sailing. I do not have that right here. I think that got put away and taken upstairs. And right now I have a warm, fuzzy kitten nestled into my back. And I am not going to attempt to go get it. So you're going to have to pretend that I'm stamping congratulations. I used Lost Lagoon here to stamp that flower. This flower is the same, it's from the stamp set, and it's the same flower that is here. I'll bet you any money there's a die then to cut this paper out. I don't know right now because I gave the dies all away back to Jay, but if we want to look under the Kintsugi dies here, I think that we would find, I thought I'd see the Kintsugi here really fast. Oh my goodness, I don't see the Kintsugi. Let's just look in the index for this guy. You guys, inquiring minds want to know. That mind is mine. Under dies, Kintsugi. Interesting. Inspiring Inspirations, Imperfections, page 50. Right there. Haha, there's the flower. I was open to the right page, but I kept looking for something else. There's the flower. That flower matches the dies and it matches the stamps. So that's perfect. Okay. What do we need to do? I think we're going to use tear and tape so that we don't have a hot gluey mess. And we're going to go close to the edge here. And that will pick up our gold foil without putting glue everywhere. Oh. So you guys, tomorrow Georgine has her big stamp camp and used stamp sale in Delavan, Wisconsin. So if you are local to the Delavan area and you want to check it out, or if you want to come say hi, I'm heading down in the morning with a few of my girls, and we're going to be spending the day down there. And I know she's got a couple, I think she's got a couple kits left over. I know she told me she had 6 to go, and like 6 to go kits, which is awesome. And she's got like 6 in person, and she's got some porch pickup people, and it's super cool. I think she ended up having at least 15 people sign up, which was great. We're going to use some tear and tape on the back side here, and that will be used to pick up our ribbon. Let's grab 2 to have waiting in the wings here. So there's 2 ribbons. Make sure you grab the one that's longer, right? It's the 5-inch one, maybe even longer than 5-inch, but it's going to go right about here, about 1 inch from the bottom edge. Oh, Kathleen said yes to the die. All right, this is going to get popped up. So grab those dimensionals and look at us. We're going to use these up. Yay! We're going to retire that to the garbage. And lo and behold, we got the next one ready to go here. Yeah, so it's going to be exciting to see Georgine in action and do a class with her. There is a squirrel set. There definitely is. And there's also a saying in there about going nuts, I think. Squirrel. Tigger loves squirrels, by the way. Okay, let's see. Oh, I know what. So, okay, I would have normally, you guys, I guess I wasn't thinking, I would have normally put this ribbon behind this mat, but since I already have it behind here, I'm good. I'm going with it. So I would have normally adhered the gold piece to the peacock piece and then wrap the ribbon around the peacock piece, but it's already set, so we're good to go. We're gonna leave it. Then this can get glued onto the front of the card. I'm gluing this in here too. So whoever wins this card is gonna be able to stamp whatever they want on the inside. Hopefully they stamp it straight when the time comes. So Lost Lagoon and Peacock, to me, go together like soft succulent and evening evergreen. And they're just great color combinations. All right, so there's our inside. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stage this just on the side for now. This I'm gonna pop up with dimensionals, our little on point label. Like that. Oh, let's do one more for good measure. It's probably more than you guys would probably use, but they're so little, these dimensionals. All right, so I got my pointies up and they're right about there. Okay, and now that we've got that on, we can tie this into an overhand knot around that gold ribbon. Perfect, okay, well that's doing what I want it to, which is awesome. And then the label here, you could use tear and tape or you could use liquid glue. I guess what we'll do is put a little tear and tape on the back of this as well, because that's nice on the foil. Sometimes when you use liquid glue on foil, it smears around and it swirls and it doesn't dry as fast. Just know you don't have any wiggle room with this. You gotta drop it right where you want it. Our branch. All right, good night, Mimi. I'm glad you liked the class. Have a good night, sleep well. all good dreams. I'm going to use a little glue dot right behind the branch there. We need to cut a little of this off, I think. And then this kind of tucks up underneath the knot. And I'll lift that up just a little so that that goes under there. Right? And our flower, put a little dimensional right underneath your knot. And that will let the flower stick right there. And then you have one of the foil gems, or like a iridescent gem. That's the one that goes in the middle. Now it's either a big or a small. So on this card I got a small, but you might have gotten a big one too. And then we've got some petal pink gems. I have a big and a small. And then whatever the odd duck is, put him up there. And there's my small one. So the petal pink really looks nice. It's soft. Petal pink with Lost Lagoon and Peacock are all a great combination. Grab that ribbon scissors and figure out which way you want to cut your tails. We'll do that way. And we'll do like that. The other thing I saw was that Gina's gonna, for those that are in the Appleton area, I think Mile of Music is going on tomorrow. And Gina Bulow is going to be set up with 2 make and take cards at an art studio, I think, up there. If you need any information about that, you should reach out to Gina. If you're local and want to go check her out. If you don't have Gina's contact information, definitely reach out to me. I can definitely send you her information so that you can reach out to her to find out what's going on. But she'll be set up there. My mom just read it to me. So my mom got the invitation, but I didn't see it. So I don't know. Mile of Music is they shut down a part of College Ave in Appleton, and it's like all outdoor stuff. Really cool. Like people walk around, there's vendors set up, and definitely good eats, good drinks, all that good stuff. And she's going to be set up doing make and takes, I think. So, all right, Stella-ing. And we could just Stella over the top of the embossed area here. Stay away from Stella-ing anything on the blended part because it will bleed weird. You don't want to do that. This, let's see here, is that tight? Yeah, like that's tight. You have to be careful though. If you do want some more stability on that branch, you have to be careful because any liquid will make the glue any liquidy glue will make the blending part maybe be weird. So if you want to, what you could do is put a little bit of glue right there, right? Lift up that branch, and when you set it down, don't move it all around. Just get it right there and don't let it ooze out, but that will help hold that down. And again, you can put congratulations in there or whatever sentiment you guys have at home to put on the inside. Voila! We did it. We did it. Now, I do have 4 cards here to share with you. Before I bring these in real quick, I want to show you guys what I've got for next month's Sweet Class for you in Canada or in the US. If you watch Rose, Rose is going to be featuring these cards. And then also in the US, if you want them from me, you can get them from me. The next Sweet Class is featuring Florals in Bloom. So we've got the Timid Tire with our Secret Sea. We've got our Gourmet card, Petunia Pop with Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. Very cool. And Celebrate. We made it into a wedding card. We got our Fun Loving Summer card here featuring Daffodil, Strawberry, and Granny. And we made this one into, it could be birthday, celebrate, right? So whatever you want it to be, celebrate. And then another Purplicious Hello card. Now, if you are in the Fond du Lac area and want to do class, you could sign up with me in person. If you are in the Harsha Minocqua area, Jay Shante designed these cards with me. She's going to be offering this class in the Harsha Minocqua area. For those of you who are online with me and want to-go kits, this is your Sweet Bundle class. You want to make sure you add it to your list of classes that you get in August. Very pretty. Like, you guys are loving flowers and loving the florals in bloom. I can see it by the floral impressions and the florals in bloom. Like, probably one of the 2 of the most gotten sweets and product designer paper that I noticed so far from the new annual catalog. And this was from the annual catalog, this suite of products. So the helpers are already starting to prep everything. So make sure you get signed up for that one early if you'd like to get on and make sure you get a set of kits. I'll bring all the cards that we made tonight for class. Hi, Margene Eskelson from an Alaskan cruise. Oh man, I'm so excited for you. I hope you enjoy every minute of it. What a beautiful time to go on your Alaskan cruise. I absolutely excited for you. My goodness, love it. I went on my Alaskan cruise back in, it was 2018. 7 years ago. And I will be on the Alaskan cruise again this coming, I think it's in May of next year. Super cool. All right. So this is what we did tonight. What a fun class, you guys. Some pretty awesome and very gold-erific cards, I guess you could say. I guess I surprised you guys with our Mincho pen. Remember, it's M-I-N-C-H-O. If you need to get that, don't hesitate to get that off the Amazonian. And again, you could have had Misty or Lost Lagoon for this one, right? So don't get confused by that. The class was called Kintsugi Expressions Using the Inspiring Imperfections Bundle. In the email I sent you guys today, I called it Kintsugi Inspirations. My bad. So many words, right? Choose your words. So Susan loves them all. Hi, Gwen. Better late than never. Gwen, my friend, I have an ink, paper, scissors here for you that you signed up for. We need to connect. I was waiting for you to tell me if there was anything else from July that you wanted. And so let's connect in the next day or two. Let me know if there's anything else you want, or we can just hold the IPS and put it in with your August classes if you want anything in August, okay? So just wanting you to know I have your August ink, paper, scissors. Oh, here's July ink, paper, scissors here yet, you guys. I'm already like rolling into the August time frame in my head. So yeah, I've got lots of stuff to get done yet with August. You guys, I think I've got all the cover photos out there for the August classes. I still am in the process of creating all the Facebook events and publishing all the emails for you guys so that you can see the stuff in your email. If you don't get emails from me and you'd like to, make sure you go to my website, cardsbychrisb.com, right here, cardsbychrisb.com. And underneath the picture of me wearing a yellow shirt, there's a spot for you to sign up to get emails from me. And I send emails about upcoming classes, about sales. Like Stampin' Up has a sale next week. It starts on the 5th, and it's their in-color sale. So anything that's the 25 to 27 in colors, or I should say select items from the in colors, the newer in colors, are going to be going on sale. Select items are going on sale. I don't know which they are yet. I guess I didn't look too closely at it. And I didn't see what the sale was, I'll be honest. I just saw it in the weekly updates yesterday, and I didn't read it that closely. But I will be sending an email about that. So if you guys get emails from me, you'll see that stuff. And at any time, if you don't want to get emails from me, all you have to do is unsubscribe, right? So it's easy. I do send some emails hot and heavy at certain points, and then you might not hear from me for a week. That's just how it goes. And then sometimes I schedule emails, and I forget that I scheduled an email right around the same time, and all of a sudden you get like 3 emails from me right at the same time. It's never intentional that I try to like bombard you guys with emails, but it just happens that way. I don't have a planner, I should say, like that I keep track of, I already scheduled an email for this time and this day, and then all of a sudden I'm working on an email and then I schedule it for the same time. So that's how that works. So, thanks, Becky Bart. Yes, definitely watch the showcase, Gwen, and anybody else that missed the showcase. I did it on Monday morning around 10:30 a.m. and you can watch everything that's coming up. And let me know if you want to get signed up for my classes. I did show off some of my team's classes as well. So definitely reach out to them if you'd like to support anybody on my team getting their kitted up classes. You had the worst cruise in Alaska. You got sick COVID. Oh, yes, you did. Barbara had not a good, exciting cruise to Alaska. And we definitely hope that Margene has a better cruise than you, Barbara. Definitely. Hands down, you had the worst cruise that you could ever imagine. You like all the cards. There are very few that you don't like. Good. I try to make cards that you guys always like. That is always my #1 goal. So on the radar too, you guys, I have a lot of happy mail that I still want to share with you from the passing of my grandmother from last month. So I still have a lot. I have so many that I'm going to schedule a separate video for that, and I don't know when I will get time. I look at that being a secondary thing. The most important thing is to getting back to people, making sure I get all the classes and everything squared away for the upcoming classes and getting everything tied up, buttoned up. So that's what I'll be focusing a lot of my time and energy on the next few days. So when I have a chance, I will make sure I schedule a showcase showing off my happy mail. Definitely will be sharing that separately. I will do a door prize drawing here as well for you guys. For those people who placed an order to get class for free tonight, I put your name into the random demo generator. Rebecca, I'm going to make sure I give you a number. I wasn't certain, but you told me earlier on you did place an order. And if you find that you didn't and you need to, then you can always do that. But I'll include you in the drawing then for tonight to make sure. So I had 12 people who placed orders to get the class for free tonight. Jean, shoot, you were one that placed an order. You bought the Kintsugi suite from me. And so I think right now I realize that I may have forgotten to put a gem in your package. If you're watching, Jean, confirm for me if I put a little gift in your package. This was the promotional class. Every month the Sweet Bundle class has a promotion, and this promotion was if you bought the suite from me by a certain day, you got a free gift of either a ribbon or a gem valued at $8, around $8. And Jean, if you can check your package that we would have sent to you in July, if you didn't get that from me, let me know. I'll make sure I add it to the August package. I was just looking, you were the only one that got in on that promotional bundle that I did. You guys, well, another look at Bigger Tigger here yet. Look at him. He's still, let's see if I go like that. There you can see he's still there. He's still hanging out. My little kitten. All right. So I have here 12 people that we're going to put in for the random number generator. We'll do 12 scoops and we're going to hit generate. Oh, all I did was move the screen there. There it is, number 2. 2 scoops. It's Jean Shoot. So she double dips. She got the promotional bundle gift. Well, or will be getting it. And then she got the door prize drawing. So yay. All right. Let's see. Did we forget anything? And if we did forget anything, I will be live tomorrow night. We're going to be doing floral impressions, ink, paper, scissors. I will be checking with Jolene where we're at for the tutorial. I know she had it almost done. So most likely, oh man, I'm going to take my computer with me by Georgine, Georgine's thing. If I don't have that in my inbox tonight, I will be sending it sometime during the day tomorrow. But otherwise, if I get it in my inbox by tonight, I will definitely email it out before I go to bed. And otherwise, it'll be in your inboxes by tomorrow morning. That will be the plan. So we got ink, paper, scissors tomorrow night. And then we roll into the weekend, and next week is already the first week of August. Gina's got bingo. If you're in person local to us, Gina's got bingo on Monday night, which is super cool. And then I don't think that we have class next week. I am camping. You guys, I leave for camping on Tuesday night. We're really busy next 5 days, and then we go camping. I'm gone Tuesday night through Sunday. So I'm pretty certain, I'm just going to look at my calendar here really quick. I don't have class with you guys on the 7th. Diane's got in-person Stamp-a-Stack on Wednesday. I won't see you, and then I have in-person on Monday, and then I have the monthly class with you guys on the 14th. So I won't be seeing you live here for 2 weeks, it looks like. So if we go back, yeah, we're on the 31st. We're skipping the 7th, and I'll be back with you guys on the 14th. So, all right, and we're planning our shipping day on the 12th, okay? So that's our goal, and we're going to set ourselves up to be as successful as possible. That's always the goal. All right, so some point in here too is I'll try to do the Happy Mail post or the Happy Mail video. That is definitely on my radar. I don't think I'll get that done before camping, but I might try to sneak that in on the back end of camping, like when we get back from camping and after we're done shipping, maybe before the monthly class on that Thursday. So, all right, you guys. I always wait to see if anybody tells me if I forget anything. So don't forget the sale on. The sale is on Tuesday. For those demonstrators, hobbyists, or discount shoppers, you can pre-order starting on Tuesday the 5th. And so, yeah. First time here, these were beautiful cards. Oh, thanks, Margie. I really appreciate that. Welcome to our fun stamping area here. The Cards by Christine YouTube channel. Yay. All right, and Barbara's going to send me a request for classes tomorrow. Perfect. I'm happy to hear that. All right, very good, you guys. So if I missed anybody who asked me a question or messaged me and then there was too many comments, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. And if you're watching the replay, I don't generally go back and watch comments too, so it's always best that you send me an email or a text, and I'll try to help you out the best that I can. All right. All right, as Matthew McConaughey would say. lots of sunshine, and as I would say, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs, you guys. Again, for those local to me, I forgot to remind you too, if you're planning to attend my party on the 17th for my $1 million in career sales, and I don't want to get yelled at by Stampin' Up, so I'll have to tell you guys really quick here what I had to do. Whenever I say that, I'm supposed to tell you guys something about a disclaimer, and this was my disclaimer. So here's my disclaimer, and oh, I know it's kind of like snippy, but I hate this disclaimer that we have to put it, and I'll be honest with you, I have a hard time with this disclaimer, but this is what I wrote, and part of this is Tyler's words, you guys. So I have a $1 million sales party coming up. I'm so close. I'm about $5,000 away from hitting it. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been helping me get closer and closer and closer to it. I love all you guys. I appreciate it. I couldn't do all this without you guys. And whenever I talk about it, I'm technically supposed to say something along the lines of this. And I had fun writing this. Less than 1% of demonstrators get lost in the sauce, drown in the ink, or get cut by the papers. But with lots and lots and lots, and I mean lots, of hard work, dedication, perseverance, consistency, and all the things needed to be successful, and the most amazing support group of family, friends, customers, and sometimes even strangers, you too can strive to accomplish amazing things. Like most things in life, they are not handed to you on a silver platter. And unfortunately, I have to write this disclaimer to remind everyone of that, because at some point, 1% of the population complained they didn't get something for nothing. And that's how that goes. So lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. Okay, so a little bit snarky, but I think a lot of people know that when you work really hard at something and you earn things like the incentive trip and the $1 million in sales, that it doesn't just happen. There's a lot of hard work and dedication and all the things that I just listed. And the fact that we have to put there kind of tarnishes it in my eyes. And that's just how it is, because the regulatory authorities are making Stampin' Up, make demonstrators say that. And so there it is. So just saying, so just putting it out there that, yeah, it's not like a thing that everybody just gets by snapping their fingers and it happens. But I think everybody who watches me and knows that about me, that it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of sleepless nights, let's say that. So, all right. Hopefully you guys can find some entertainment with that little post that I have. And I had to put it on my website. So if anybody's ever looking for that and needs to duplicate it for any way, reason, or whatever, it's on my website now. And I had to put it on there as of last week. So, and I have to put it on every single post that I put about the $1 million or earning the incentive trip. So, yeah. So, but at least I made it funny and, hopefully lighthearted. So, all right, you guys, now I'm going to sign off on that note. But I guess what I was saying was, if you still want to come to the party, please fill out the registration form. Go to my event on August 17th. I'd love for anybody to come and be a part of my celebration. My community is welcome. If you've supported me in any way over the past, how many years? Since 2013. So what is that? 12 years. Okay. So, all right, you guys, love you. Bye.